Hello everybody, my name is Retroliser and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, where we are going to be moving swiftly on with the second round of investigation for this lovely little case of ours. And already I've come up with a very nice theory on what happened, even though I've no idea how I'm supposed to prove it, but hey, at least with what I have in mind... Oh, the jolly music. So what? What's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. What? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 PM on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room. Yes, well, they're 30 minutes apart by car. Oh, well, doesn't matter. If my idea on what happened is good, then I'm very sure I'll be fine. What's this? Hello? Aren't just for show. Let's go, science awaits. Well, okay. Okay, I guess. I don't really see why we should, but... I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? That's a bit careless on your part. And my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. That oil drum, was it empty? Ah, yes, this is referring to the trial part 4, where allegedly she kicked over a barrel and washed away plenty of blood. That's not it at all, it's just... what? We're both professionals at what we do and I trust her. Yes, very big words for a high school student. Oh, ignore the strength of my science at your own peril. I'm assuming she therefore has, Luminol. Thought as much. Luminol is, well, regardless, I'm going to go and explain this before she does. Luminol is a chemical which, when it comes into contact with certain substances, in this particular case, blood, it turns bright blue. We'll find out soon enough. Watch. Oh wait, am I going to do this myself? I'm a minor, I can't even drink yet. We're testing for blood stains with this shit, not drinking it. Why would it care about whether the fact that you're 16? Right, well, let's find out. To test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol like this, see? Touch the scene to spray the scene. Well, alright then. So, apparently there was blood by her feet, so there you go. Spray a little bit more. There we go. Zoom in a little bit more. There's fuck all there. It's so, ugh. It's just, this is my first time seeing real blood. Oh, really? Well, the amount, if this is apparently where he died, then clearly. See, this is just providing even further evidence for my actual, for my theory. My theory is thus. Goodman died at the police department and in the evidence room. He was then moved via Edgeworth's car to the prosecutor's parking lot, where Lana was then coerced into acting as part of a conspiracy. Because I don't believe for a moment that this place is where the death happened. And that blood proves as such. Since if he was to be stabbed in the chest, he will have to have bled out. And the amount of blood that I think that you need to get rid of is at least 4 pints worth. And that's the same amount that you'd find in, you know, your normal-sized bottle of, well, yeah, bottle of milk. I'm thinking about the plastic ones that you get from the shops, and they normally have about 4 pints in them. Or just think about 4-pint bottles of milk that you'd normally get from your milkman. Same as that, just where is all that blood? There isn't any. Ergo. Yes, this luminol shit. Oh, hello. I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. That's nice. You only trust your own eyes. Not bad, you two. This day-old deli box is on the house. That does not sound pleasant. Oh well, let's talk about the trial, might as well. It was my fault. Oh really? Oh, we know. So, To sound convincing, you lied. Smart. The whole point of this was to make sure that you can actually be, well, the truth. The truth is the most convincing thing ever. There will always be something to prove it. Sort of. Matters not. Let's see. Moving swiftly onwards. So, you were a detective? Yes. Yes, she was. And then she got fired. No matter how hard the criminal, when they faced me, ooh, they coughed it up. Yes, they confessed. They babbled like children, like evil little babies that they are. I can be an angel too. Every day I dragged the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect, and before long they called me the cough-up queen. Delightful. And someone had gotten food poisoning. Maybe both happened. Yes, you were fired. Oh well. No matter. It's all because of that case, the SL9 incident. Ah. Well, that's fucking grand, I guess. And since with that's over and done with, I guess it's time to start presenting evidence. So, without further ado, let's prompt it with SL9. Yes, what do you think about this? On that knife, and on that note, Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know. Oh, well, you most likely know because you were there as well. The murder weapon, it was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. Well, it's going to have a new breath of life. SL9 isn't over. Not yet. What else? I don't know. Present the ID. There we go. I had one of those up until 2 years ago. Ah, yes. We found it here. Well, there's no mistaking. It's definitely Goodman's. Well, is it? Oh, my lord. See, even she's got common sense, and you don't. Now, the crime... She mentioned about the crime photo, so let's show that. I could have taken that picture from the guard room, but even I get flustered. Yeah, you do. Oh, well. That's when I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime. The hole in my testimony, as it were. Oh, well. Listen, little girl, I've had my testimony disregarded before. Oh, well then. And I wasn't going to have it disregarded again, just like that time. SL9. Hopefully this has unlocked plenty more for me to talk about with her. Yes, it has. Welcome to the SL9 incident. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable to whom? It was the biggest case I'd ever handled. Hello? The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So they didn't solve it? Oh, they solved it. It was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Yes. Murder is a capital punishment. The criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. They never did find decisive evidence, not even a little. Intriguing. Ah, fabrication, are you suggesting? Intriguing. The best part came several months after that. Every detective involved in the case was dealt with. Some were demoted, others found themselves out of a job. In other words, Marshall became a patrolman, you were fired. Well, clearly you were the most dangerous out of the pair, so be flattered, I guess. Officer Jake Marshall, he was a detective once. I see. Well then. Jake was particularly determined. Okay. Who's that guy on the left bottom corner, though? He looks like a cowboy, just like Jake over there. And then it was over, and he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. Ah, there was another side to that case, a hidden one. That's what we're after now, and no one in their fancy offices can stop us now. I see. In this accursed office? Oh, really? I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate. I see. Intriguing. Well, of course there's a connection somehow. What's this? It seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes? Then you should take this. A Salisbury steak? I should find out what exactly that means. I've never heard of that variety. Officer Marshall, is he your... are you going out? Are you his boyfriend? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago when he was helping. Yes, I know. He was so nice and now he's got all cold and shit. Just like your sister. But now he's so cold. Oh, sad face, I guess. Don't worry, they'll most likely be much happier afterwards. So, moving swiftly on. Where to next? To the police department. Nothing's happening. It's even busier today than it was yesterday. Oh well. So, the evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk, here it is. She's like a kid in an amusement park, and this is not even an amusement park. A real crime scene. We were at one a few moments ago. What the fuck do you even need? To the security guard office. Oh, well, this doesn't look anything like what I expected. It's very eccentric, my arse. Clearly shows who's fucking living here. It sure seems that way. Oh, what's wrong? It's those cacti. They're so prickly, so imposing, it's hard to think straight. What? What? How does that even work? Oh well, there's the door. Let me in. Beyond that door, let's just walk in. Yeah, that's probably because it's fucking locked. What even? Moving onwards, I don't really think there's anything else that needs to be looked at, so I guess go to the Criminal Affairs Department. Oh, we're going to meet someone else here, it seems. This place is charged with... Oh, hello. Hi there! Hello, Gumshoe. Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland. Yes! It's not for sale. Wow, you just killed him. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Now's no time for despair. We've caught our criminal. Now we just need evidence. Ah. Yes, that is very true. So he's investigating the evidence room murder. Even though they're both the same. Oh well. Yes, do ye have a suspect? Just arrested him. Yes, I wonder who did it. It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. You need a steak lunch. Standing around here talking isn't going to fill my belly. Prick. If you want to know more, head down. Okay. Down there having a good cry. Well, I know who it is. It's Meekins. Only Meekins would be such a complete bell end. Right. Moving on. What? I don't even know where at the detention centre in... detention centre. Bleh. Regardless, let's talk to the murderer. Come on, a little bit more. Oh, Lord. Me, a perpetrator? I'd say I was the perpetrated against. That's what I'd say. Oh, really? Hello. Hi, greetings, sir. You are Officer Meekins. Officer Pleekins, the pleb who is also meek. I wonder if he's any relation to Private Meekly from Wacky Races. Let's see. No, sir, how should I say this? Yep, he's the murderer. You didn't, did you? Yep. Apparently he's a perpetrator now. That's his new career. Perpetrator. Of what? Oh, well. I swear to Christ, I'm going to get that megaphone and stuff it down his fucking throat. His mouth's clearly big enough to fit the fucking thing. Regardless, you had some business that day, so I went to the evidence room. The guard office in front of the room was empty, sir. Intriguing. Well, naturally, that's what the name evidence room is for. Oh, really? Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. A suspicious person. Yow, wow, 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 wow. Ah. Oh yes, of course, his hand, it's bandaged, so he must have really hurt it. That must hurt so bad. Oh well. After that, sir, everything went white, I saw red, I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here in the detention centre. Wow, what even? And no, he mustn't have been, wait a minute, what? What the fuck? I need to think about that a little bit more. Because he was out. I'm not even going to try and consider this because, quite frankly, Meekins is irrelevant in my view. Honestly, the guy's a complete total idiot. No one would think that he'd commit murder. Regardless, let's move swiftly onwards. You killed Detective Bruce Goodman. Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes. You have to label me as persecutor or victim, then label me victim. Did you know the victim? Nope. Otherwise he wouldn't have labelled him as suspicious. Oh, fair enough. I work in a tiny department devoid of light or other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives. He said general affairs. I wonder what that means. I had no intention of killing him. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him. Oh, well then. And your hand? You see, sir? What? But but there was nothing I could do. Sir, to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. Huh? Then, when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, all alone. All alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared. Then, when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hands, sir. The horror, the shock. Can you imagine how I felt? Well, yeah. How fucked up must your hand be if it was gushing blood? Oh well. Now, if that's the case, then maybe I should show him this. I don't fucking know. Yes, do you think you could take a look at this? What's this? Ooh, hello. That's it, sir! That's it! That's it! Well, what is it? My head was a blank until this very moment. I think it's still a blank now. You mean you remember what happened? Nope. Oh, he does. I'm surprised he had any memory of anything. That's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing. Okay. How so? Explain. Crime details, please. Can you tell me what it is you do remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a little lost patrolman. A little lost lamb. If you will. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman, who was in the evidence room, and that's why you thought he looked suspicious. I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. And what did he do then? Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. I assure you I was as flustered as you are right now, so I whooped and leapt at him. Talk about being foolish. Do unto others before they do unto you. My own father's words. Smart. Kill them before they can kill you. My eyes, sir. Everything went white. When I awoke, I was here. Well, that's just fucking great, I guess. Yes, why was it that they arrested you? Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman. Yes. And the victim, whom he met at the crime scene, didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. Fair point. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That is, I did say something along those lines. Oh, really? They told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day, at that time, Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. Really? The videotape? Oh, really? From the security camera. The crime, my crime, the crime I swore to stamp out. It's there, it's me on videotape. Fucking smart. I'm really sorry, I'll hand over my badge, I don't deserve it. Idiot. Well, if that's the case, then yes, I do believe it is a good time to go and swiftly move back to the crime scene of doom. Even though I've only just picked the Criminal Affairs Department, which is irrelevant. But it seems that we are required here. Look who's standing at the head detective's desk. It's Chief Gant. Oh, hi there.
Are you sure this is all? You know what it means if there's anything missing.
Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked the drawers, the lockers, the garbage cans, the coat pockets, the pillowcases. What? Behind the computer monitors, the coffee machine.
I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away. Deal?
Of course, sir. Yes, well.
Ah, right, oh my boy. How you been? Swim much?
Ho ho ho! Chief Gant reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him? Idiot. Oh well. Maybe I should quickly have a quick chat with the head detective. I wonder if he ever moves from that fucking spot. What exactly did the police... Yeah, well, see that over there? That's Goodman's desk. Which desk? There's about 10 of them in my view at the moment. I see. Well then. Of course not. Well, except for this. Oh, what's this? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. Intriguing! Gimme! I want to read this. Read it. What's this? Goodman's lost item report. Half-written document. The date was the February the 21st to be submitted to the chief. And let's have a look. Date 21st of February. Name Bruce Goodman. ID was never filled out. In fact, it was scribbled out. Intriguing. Oh well, matters not. I guess it's now time to go and chat to the old boy. To Edgeworm. I mean Egworth. I mean, what? Yes, oh, I'm sure he'll be just fine. Oh, and a little inquiry committee with him. Yep, well, we've had no end of trouble with the boy since last year. How old is Gant, anyway? 65. This guy should be retiring this year. It doesn't look good having one of our top people sitting in the defendant's seat. Now you got someone else found guilty in that case, right? Hey, that bastard committed murder. Undefeated for 40 years, but in court you fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. What? I didn't do anything of the sort. I had him put away for murder, 2 counts of which. Oh well. It could be bad for Worthy. Oh, I don't believe so. He'll be just fine. I mean, it happened at exactly the same time. Yes, we know. Well, of course it's impossible. No, it doesn't. You need more data, you know. Oh, well. I hate... Right, you hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets, can't stand them, but you know, it's a full-time job. Intriguing. Oh, well. I've already spoken to him, but hey. There we go. A new topic. I was wondering if I could ask you for a favour. Yes, please do. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. In before he says yes. Now, righto.
Now, righto. Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish man?
What?
Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50. No problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. Be careful of the mermaids. They're not dugongs.
I can borrow this? That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. You have all access cards for guests? Well, okay, I guess. We get to go into the evidence room. Woohoo! To the police department. Wait, does this mean I've just exited the building and then come back inside? Oh well. Right. Let's try and get inside this time. The evidence room is beyond that door. And we have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. It won't open. Aha, the card reader is turned off. Howdy. Well, well, what's made my Bambina's sky so grey? Well, considering that he's not at his post, do you really think that having the ID card reader turned on would be a good idea? So, while he's out and about having lunch, steak most likely, and then he'll just switch the card reader off. No one can get in then, unless they knew how to switch it back on. That card you got there on your chest, that's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeah? Really? Forgive me if I'm a little bit incredulous. Ah, it's switched on again. Yes, please. Oh. You're not going to talk to us? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Oh, fair enough. Well, maybe if I showed you this steak lunch, maybe that will change your mind? Ta-da! That smell. Ah, reminds me of Texas. The cattle country. Well, not really country, the cattle state. I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby? What? What's this? What's wrong with it? A filet steak lunch. I see! I see! I don't. What's going on? Alright, Bambina, you win. Ask, ooh, nunch, munch, munch, anything you wish. I am yours. I am your plaything. Do with me what you will. Right, well, let's talk to him about nonsense then. You got good eyes, it's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Oh, yes? Well, tell us more. You call him meekly. Well, maybe you're too busy watching too much wacky races, for Christ's sake. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, you lost your fire for the job. Yeah, I can understand that. You ended up losing what was a really good, well-paid position. As a detective. Oh well, on the back of my steed Zippy. Note, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. I think he might have meant car, but hey. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. Ah, yes. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak. I personally prefer my steak to be... well, not my steak, but my broccoli to be boiled. No, not boiled. Steamed. Yes, steamed. Steamed vegetables with a nice lump of steak. Ooh, that sounds delicious. Oh, well. You're still investigating the SL9 incident. Well, yes. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. How does that even work? Since when did a poker game stink of anything? No one tells us what actually happened. There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. Oh yes, the evidence transferals. Marshall and I know what we're talking about. Oh well. I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do. Well, that's just grand. Me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. Again, steamed cauliflower is better. The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras. Ah, yes. The ones that saw Officer Meekins get wrecked. The tapes are automatically erased every few hours. That is most intriguing. You're the security guard and you reckon. Oh well. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card, which we've already got. Leaves a record of every ID card passing through. Hello. I spy with my little eye Bruce Goodman's ID number on this list. Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that. Well, you don't need to. I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. I saw it too. But first, transferals, please. We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years, so we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake. And then, of course, what happens? The evidence transfers. It gets put into an underground vault at the police station, not the police department. I still don't understand why that happens. I don't even understand why they're keeping all of their shit in a different building. Oh well. Never to be reopened again, never to be reinvestigated. Intriguing. Now, the ID, if you don't mind. See this? This is the victim's IT card. Well, that's nice. And of course it matches one number. Here we are. The fourth number, it's a perfect match. It was used at 5:14. Detective Goodman was in the... Yes. I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. Intriguing. Actually, this makes perfect sense. 2 crimes have happened here. Here's my theory, if I just quickly grab this ID card. Right. As we both know, well, both, there's plenty of people watching this, as we all know, Bruce Goodman went in at 5:14. Then, of course, he was swiftly followed by Meekins, who apparently, judging by this, was also there at 4:50. Now, when he goes in, he goes and confronts Goodman, or at least I'm going to be using air quotes here, Goodman, and asks for his ID card. However, he refuses to give it and instead attacks him with a knife. Ergo, why? Well, why? Why would you do that? Simple. Stolen. That ID card must be stolen. Which is most likely why, if we quickly move on, this is a little bit further on. Here we are, lost item report. He lost an item on the same day. Ergo, I would bet my own teeth that it was his ID card that was taken, stolen even. But by whom? Well, we'll find out soon enough. Moving on to the evidence room. February 23rd. Christ, it was only 2 days ago. Evidence room, Sector 3. It's quiet. The investigation must be over. It's like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Yeah, I guess it would feel more like a mortuary. Hi! Whoa! Oh, you just got wrecked, Gumshoe. Smart. You thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So is it true what I heard? Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50. Intriguing. Yeah, it's true. So Chief of Police Gant will loan anyone $50, even me? Ah. Oh well. Boss for a day. But get what? Get what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day. First of all, you'll want to have this. Alright, well, let's have a look at this then. First things first, chat to the little man. Actually, well, yeah, I'll chat to him. I don't want to spend too much time talking to him, so... After all, the murder took place right here in the police department, that's nice. But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings, your subordinates, your plebs? Ah. In other words, he's been sidelined again. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. And in my own evidence locker. Great, you have a locker in here? Yes, they gave me a locker that only I can open. Explain! Although first, let's chat about Edgeworth. I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens. Okay. Tell me more. They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess-up in court today. Intriguing. I guess this is what you call fate. Oh, really? Can't get away from it. SL9? That was the beginning of the end. Oh, really? Maybe we can get him to tell us more. Well, first, let's chat about the safe. Oh? Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Yes? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why am I on my... You're on your third card? Oh, my lord. There are 2 extra cards floating around in this world. Smart. Ah, fingerprint scanning locker. Oh, hello. Oh, look at all that. Looks like you have a spare coat in there. And what's with the picture? He has a girlfriend, or at least someone that he loves. Who would want to go out with him anyway? Funny, they look like normal lockers. Well, yeah, they're most likely on the actual handle. Thought as much. A fingerprint scanner on the handle. Bazap, you get a shock. If that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There's even some people in the force that don't know about them. Oh, really? That's nice. Well then. Now, guess I might as well chat to him about, I don't know. Give him the note, see if that works. And that switchblade knife, I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. First big case 2 years ago, intriguing. Yes, well... Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. Well, that was irrelevant. What next? Oh, the ID card record. Maybe he can identify some of the numbers. Could you take a look at this? Yes, please do. So it was Goodman who... Oh, hi. You have something to say? That second number. Oh? Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, so Edgeworth was in here, was he? Intriguing. Tell me more. Let me have a look at this. So, if I have a quick checky check. So, 4 numbers now done. 2 of them are Mike Meekins, but have yet to be revealed by the game. Miles Edgeworth at 440, and Bruce Goodman at 514. All I need to do now is find out what 7777777 is. Although I would assume that it's someone high up or something. Like 0001. Regardless, let's see if there's anything else. Oh, yep, there is one last thing to chat about. Oh, tell us more. It was a murder? Well, a serial murder. Intriguing. Tell me more. The killer made a mistake and Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. And this was 2 years ago? That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight. And started the rumour mill. Ah, yes. It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. I see. So he was here for the evidence transferal of SL9. The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself. Intriguing. Regardless. To the crime scene! Now, what's this? First things first, check the locker, then the handprint, then that glove, and then those pieces of pottery on the floor. That locker is Goodman's locker. Okay. Well, it would be hard to get it open again if it was closed. Since I doubt you're going to be able to get Goodman's hand now that he's in the morgue. Right, moving on. Someone left a glove here, but only one. There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. You are absent-minded. In fact, you don't have a mind at all. Intriguing. Ah. Okay, so that's evidence from the SL9 case, and what's this one? It's blood! It's a bloody handprint! Intriguing. Mr. Wright, what if there are other bloodstains left in the room? Yes, we could use Luminol, but for now, I'm going to continue by having a look at this. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, pal, making me look like some kind of hooligan. That's definitely from The Case. SL9. Will you just call it that now, please? Intriguing. Well, let's check it out. You want to try and put it back together? Yes, please. Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up. Well, clearly you have no idea what you're doing, then. It looks like a vase. Right. Let's see what we've got. Ah. Is it this? No, it can't be that. Let's see if I can match up these parts. Is it perhaps this bit? Nah, it couldn't be that. Okay, this is a little bit harder than I expected. Nope, got it. Next. This is it. No, it's not. Well, I thought that was a matching part, but it seems not. Okay, what about this? Hey! Much better. Ah, now, this one must be it. There we go. Right, let's see. Fragments. Ooh, this one's going to be a hard one. No, it shouldn't. There we go. Certainly an intriguing looking jar. Ah, this should be it. There we go. Next. That should be it. Or not. Ah. Ta-da! And then the next part. Nope. Fragment number 2. That should be it. Or not. So there's only 2 left. There must be something here. There we go. Hey! And final part. Got it. Hello. There's still some parts missing. And there's blood on it. But some of the pieces are missing. That only took me 2 minutes to do. The problem is finishing it. Were some pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with. Doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar. You've got a point there. However, there is something that is more important. Let's have a quick look at this thing. Examine, please. Right, swivel this little baby around. As we can see, there's some blood here. Examine that a little bit closer, please. Hey, look, it's hard to make out, but there's a dark red stain. Well, clearly it's blood. Do you think Detective Goodman's blood somehow got on it? No. This blood's been here for 2 years. Oh well. So this blood's from long ago. Sadly, there's little that can be done about it. No matter. To the Luminol spray. Right, well, first thing, let's confirm this is a handprint from blood. There you go. Naturally. And judging by that, I would safely say that this is clearly... This locker is yours, we know. You have to help me. When they come to take me away, promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? What? I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. What? Wait, did I just see something there? I'm sure I saw another handprint below it. Right. Since Goodman was stabbed here, I would assume, yes, there's more blood down here. Alright. That looks like where Goodman died. What's your opinion? Pale blue blood. Maybe Goodman was... Oh. An alien. Really? Well, you shouldn't have come up with something so fucking stupid. Now, let's see if there's anything else on any of the other lockers. Nothing. Nothing as of yet. Try these lockers. Ah, found another stain. What about here on the door? Nothing as of yet, so here's our next bloodstain. It's a handprint. Looks like a left. Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, but still, what hand made that? That doesn't look like... That looks like a thumb, so it must have been a right hand print. But that doesn't make sense. Intriguing. What? What's that? It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be getting out soon. Might help, you know. Oh, really? Well, what is it? The one that says nothing but no problems. Fair enough. Oh, well. Bye, I guess. Yes, well, before that, there's something of interest about this particular locker that I'd like to have a quick looky at. Examine, please. There's a piece of white cloth sticking out. Looks like a shirt. Yes, well. There's very little that can be done about that, I guess. So, without further ado, we shall now venture off to the High Prosecutor's office and say hello to Edgeworth. Don't really have any alternatives at the moment. Underground parking lot, and then the High Prosecutor's office. Hello, Miss Starr. There we go. Oh, hi. Ah, guests, my apologies. Have we met somewhere? Well, yeah.
Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave so long. What? There's even
a teacup in his hand. Ah, yes. Oh, he doesn't look too happy. Yes, well. By the way, yes, he was looking for you and he wanted to give me this. He brought me some information, it seems. Oh, yes, was it helpful? Apparently a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. What? Yeah. Well, matters not. Next would be to go and quickly chat to him about everything, even though the inquiry committee has nothing to do with us. But as a communications error... Well, duh! Nothing's ever been proven. You were lucky this time, again. I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Ah, yes, of course. Of course he's fine. However, they gave control of the investigation over to the police department. I see. Any further investigation for this case will be directed by the Chief of Police himself. I can do nothing but wait for his results. Why what? All along I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still. Huh. Well, the only thing I can do now is see what his reaction is to the fact that he was there on the day of the murder. At the crime scene. As I was saying, What's this? A record of ID card usage? Yes, he did. Yes, that's true. He doesn't seem to be denying it, so there mustn't be anything wrong here. I was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less. He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. Oh, really? He told me he wanted me to keep it here. For what reason? Isn't, a fingerprint-locked locker good enough for him? I guess not. Oh well, in any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Oh well. Unrelated evidence, screwdriver. Sad face. Stubborn as always, I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. Well, that's just grand, I guess. Well, now what? I have honestly no idea what I'm meant to do now. I don't know, show him the ID, that seems to get everybody talking. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea? I see, well, what should I show him? There's very little that I can see here. The switchblade. Nope. Oh, hello. You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life, as I recall. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. Ah, yes. DL6, that lovely little chestnut. Oh, I can talk to him now? Excellent. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing. The head of investigation was the Deputy Chief of Police, Damon Gant. Sorry, I mean Nigel Thornbury II. He was the best we had, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Well, naturally, he's not exactly a robot. Oh well. In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict and the killer was executed. Of course not, I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. You still working on that scientific investigation? Ah, I wonder if he's going to give me some stuff. The Luminol testing fluid, Well then, you might have use for this. Aluminium powder for taking fingerprints. It's been chemically treated for better adhesion to the greasiness of our hands. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who are unaware, although I'm very sure we all do, fingerprints are basically from the fact that on our hands and pretty much the entirety of our skin is a thin layer of oil. Not black stuff that you can use to sell as Texas tea. I'm talking about a thin layer of protective oil that's on your skin. Then, of course, when you touch something, it leaves... Well, it transfers over and leaves an impression of one's fingerprint. In fact, looking at the screen, there's actually quite a lot of messy, smudgy fingerprints on it. So, yeah. Oh well. But anyway, then of course, when you apply a particular powder to it, in this case, aluminium powder that's been chemically treated for better adhesion, it will then stick to the print and therefore make it easily identifiable. Blah blah blah. I think you can actually use laser light as well to make them appear, which therefore makes it far easier, because with aluminium powder you've got to be careful, otherwise you might end up ruining the print altogether. So yeah, taking a photograph of it via laser light would be a much better approach. But of course, such things are incredibly expensive. Regardless, to the evidence room! Again. Oh, he's fucked off, hasn't he? Right. Suspicious handprint. Welcome to February 23rd, evidence room, sector 3. Yes, there was a suspicious... Here, in this blood on the defendant... Let's use the Christ, my ability to speak has died. Right. First, choose a finger. Yes, let's choose the finger that will leave behind the clearest print. Well, there's 7 actually. There's 2 down here. And then there's a few up here. So, without further ado, I shall try the thumb. Right, then what? Now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. Time to get that sparkle in her eyes. We sprinkle the aluminium powder. Well, that sounds easy enough. Just touch the screen. Okay. The aluminium powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. You just blow with your breath. Well, duh! The candle's on a birthday cake. That's grand, I guess. Won't go up your nose. Well, oh my lord. Those are the basics of fingerprinting. I see. Well then, let's try this shit. Yeah! Woo! So much dust. Look at that. Okay. Without further ado, I guess now that I've given this pretty much drowned the poor bastard in fingerprint powder, I guess blowing is in order, so deep breath, Retroliser. Oh god. I did not find shit. Did I? Well, of course it looks nothing like a fingerprint. If you look at the bloody handprint alone, it looks like a glove print. We're out of luck. Out of luck. Must have worn gloves. Ergo, left a glove print. Oh well. Yes, why don't we look for others? Look, there's another 2 down here. I saw it first. Oh well. Let's try this one then. That looks like middle finger. So, spread, spread, spread. Alright, little bit more around here. Little bit more. There we go. Right. Just to make sure. Right, make a wish. This really is fucking up my lungs. Right, a print so clear it's dazzling. Oh, really? That's nice. Let's match it up. Ah, yes, we were given plenty of fingerprint files. However, we're doing this shit by hand. Do you have any idea how hard that is? Until the development of computerized fingerprinting, it was bloody impossible. You'd have thousands of fingerprints on file. Oh well. So whose fingerprints would we most likely find on this locker? Well, Gumshoe, naturally. Here we go. Right, found 5 points, 7 points, 8, 9, 10, 12, 15, 16. It's a match. Now, if you're wondering about this, it's basically because there are certain imperfections, or at least points of interest on each fingerprint that you can leave, which can then be matched up to show that it's yours. It's quite nice, you know, how it's done. Because, you know, out of the 7 billion people on this planet, we still have enough on our hands to make it completely, you know, unique every single time. For 10 fingers, no less. Per person. So that makes, well, I think last time I checked the world clock, it was about 7.3 billion people. So that would mean 73 billion unique fingerprints alive in this world. It's amazing, isn't it, what humanity's like. Oh well. If I remember correctly, there was another print. Yes, there was. So, moving swiftly on, let's go and examine this lovely little fingerprint over here. It was on the locker. So, let's examine that. Yes, there was a handprint. Well, of course I want to try using this. That's the spirit, but I have to warn you first. The area with the blood was wiped away. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Well, yes. We must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Alright. Well, here's the first part. So I would assume that we should check here for the another finger, really. Okay. Welcome to the world of forensic investigation. CSI theme. CSI Ace Attorney. I don't fucking know. There we go. Right. Make a wish, ladies and gentlemen. Well, this looks new. Now, who should I try? Out of all the plebs, let's try Damon Gant. Oh, that's clearly wrong. I can see that just by looking at the fucking thing. It won't match. Told you. Right, who else was in here? Meekins! He was in here. Come on. Come on, money's on black. Nah, it doesn't fucking work. Alright. Who else was in here? Goodman! No, that's definitely not his. Look at that. Nah, it's impossible. Right, well... Actually, no, wait a minute. Meekins said that Marshall wasn't at his post, so maybe I should try this. Maybe he was the one who was inside. And I was right with my little guess. Look at that. 16 points, clearly a match. Oh yes. A delicious match. Whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Ah. Marshall is gonna get fucked. What do you mean he's not involved? This are decidedly different. These are decidedly different. We have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped bloodstain. We're going to die. But why would Officer Marshall? It looks like we're going to get some intriguing answers. I do believe it. However, I don't believe that Marshall would have killed Goodman. So let's just wait until the trial and we'll find out what happens then. However, it's not going to happen today because we are out of time. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. If you wish to go and watch more, then please do check out the selection boxes on my left or go to the channel itself. There are plenty of videos and playlists to go and have a quick gander at, or just go and watch them. But anyway, thank you very much once more for watching, and of course from me, ta-ta!